Isaiah 65:8. The second half, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it. So will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all.
He's not going to destroy us all, man. Just like it said in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 11. Alright? He will not destroy us all, but in measure, he will give us judgment in measure. Okay? How the battery one, Charles?
Yeah, well, which one is that? 3? I just checked that one before I left. It said 90 to 90 minutes. Verse 9, and I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. That's
yep. You can read it again.
And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there.
And the inheritor of his mountains. Alright, who is his mountain? Israel. Alright? We all know mountains mean government. Alright, it tells you in Revelations. Alright? And the elect of his mountain. Okay? Go ahead.
And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, in the valley of Achor a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me.
Yep, for the people who have sought him. And who are the people who have sought him? Israelites, the elect of Israel. All right. Even the 2/3 seek the Most High, but they don't do it wholeheartedly. All right, they're half-assed about it. You know what I'm saying? But there's some 2/3 out there that just don't give a damn. All right. But there's the main ones that seek the Lord is the ones that's in this for the long haul, man. All right.
Yep. Ezekiel 34:14. I will feed them in a good pasture, and upon the high mountains of Israel shall their fold be. There shall they lie down in a good fold, and in a fat pasture shall they feed upon the mountains of Israel.
Yep, they shall feed upon the mountains of Israel. Alright? It always goes back to dealing with the Israelites, man. It always goes back to dealing with, even from Old Testament to New Testament, man. Alright, go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 65:11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter.
Yeah, so what about that prophecy? You saw Israel need to come together. What about that prophecy? Because that hasn't happened yet. Alright? That hasn't happened yet. Go ahead.
And ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
Yep. Like what? Homosexuality, the way of America. Alright? The American way. Alright? The whole American system, the Lord do not delight in it at all, man. Even if they do right. You know what I'm saying? Because we say, take away from the noise of thy vows, the songs, because you're totally wicked. So even what the right things America do, it still ain't right. You know what I'm saying? It's even more hateful because of the way of life you choose. And it's not like, you can say we all sinners, but America is by choice doing this, man. Alright? They're passing laws for us homosexuality. It's not like you eat a pizza and it got pork on it, alright, and you thought it was hamburger. Right? It ain't like you did it by mistake. Okay? That you mistakenly murdered somebody. You're doing this on purpose. You're establishing laws for this, man. Alright? We're establishing laws. Okay? That's the difference between somebody, man. It's the sincerity of the situation. We all sinners, but basically niggas that do it on purpose are the wicked niggas. You know what I'm saying? That, of course, there's some sins that you stumble, you may fall. But we're talking about you just plain out wicked. You have no intentions on doing right. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas be like that too. Till they get, like, you know,
They fall in that trap, man.
talk to a family member, and they all down and out. They want to be quote unquote heart to heart with you and shit.
Yeah. Like one of the brothers said, man, what was that humbleness when your ass was all good? You ain't humble for real. You know? It's like Trinity, man. You know what I'm saying? You all humble and, you know, asking for forgiveness. What was all that humbleness when you were scheming and scamming, man? Alright? When you were scamming brothers, man.
Man, a hood rat.
You know? Hoochie Wally. You know? I mean, his wife scammed too, man. Damn. That's pretty much a nigga woman, man. Then she gonna get on comment boards and act like she's somebody else and talk shit to other brothers, man. You know, that's wickedness. But all truth shall be revealed. All truth shall be revealed. You know, not even saying in future tense, it's been revealed already, man. From him and his wife, man. They're wicked. Okay, but we gonna get back into what we're talking about, man.
Isaiah 65 and 13.
And besides that, this a footnote, man. Niggas like that get eliminated. You can say GMS is this and GMS is that, but one thing through the Spirit of the Most High, the Spirit of the Lord put on the elders is to keep, you know, and on down is to keep this in order, man. If you ain't right, you get eliminated, man. Unlike like Comfy's church and, you know, the other niggas, I be saying niggas in Comfy's church, we call them smoking at times, man. They out the truth, they in the truth. You can't do that around here. If you out, you out. We don't deal with no numbers, man.
Your ass cussed out and kicked. Hey, I was just telling you they deal about numbers, man.
Yeah, deal with numbers. You know, they deal with how many and, you know, the new thing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for the vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. See, that's you niggas that getting marked, man. That's that mark right there.
Leave a name for your curse to the chosen. Who is the chosen? The elect. Alright?
Niggas is marking it. For the Lord, the Most High, shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
By another name. Alright? Because that old batch is done for. You got to get rid of that batch and get a new batch. Alright? Just like you buy a bag of apples, right? And then the apples, you find some rotten apples and they're connected to the rest of the apples. You got to throw that bag away and get a new bag of apples. It doesn't change that it's not apples no more. You know what I'm saying? That's so with the Israelites. The Israelites is being wicked, so the Most High did away with that batch and got a new batch of Israelites.
I'm going to hop back up to 8 for you. Thus, Isaiah 65 and 8. Thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it. Man.
Yup, for a blessing is in it. Don't get rid of it. They got a couple good ones. Just take you find mold in that motherfucker. You get rid of the ones that's around it, and then you take the ones that don't have any contamination to that mold. You know what I'm saying? What you do with a house? You don't get a new house. I mean, you could, depending on the level of the mold. You know what I'm saying? But what they tell you to do, they tell you to cut out that wall. You know what I'm saying? So if your house got mold in it, which is basically a wicked Israelite, you cut out that wall, but you keep the house. All right? Don't destroy the old house because it's, you know. But then when you renovate it, and you fix it back up, it's a new house, but it's the same house. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. Go ahead.
Back down to 16. 16, that he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the Most High of truth. And he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the Most High of truth. Because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from mine eyes.
Yep. That former troubles, our former iniquities, what we have done, man. Because guess what? We get punished for what our forefathers have done and what we did in our past life. But the Most High forgot that because we came into the truth. We've been baptized in the word of the Most High. All right? We've been cleansed through the washing of the word. All right? Go ahead.
For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind.
Yep.
But be glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying.
Yep, so it tells you. It says, I find a new cluster of people that wasn't called by my name, but then he said he find in Jerusalem. All right, it's talking about Israel the whole time. All right, but it's talking about the remnant. It's talking about the elect. All right, you got more to that?
No, well,
I want to go all the way to the end of the chapter.
Want to?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then, like, you know, like we always say, that New Jerusalem is going to ultimately be for, you know, all of Israel. And that's going to tie into that new covenant too, writing it in our inward parts, man.
Yeah.
Because it says, for behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing in her people, and I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. So we're not going to have to sigh and cry no more, because we're going to be in New Jerusalem, you know, the kingdom of heaven forever, because that the law is going to be written in our inward part, man, in our mind. We're not going to think about no wickedness, man. We're not going to think about going off or you know what I'm saying, robbing somebody. We ain't going to have to. It's going to be our kingdom, man.
Yeah.
But like he said,
us as the elect, we strive for perfection. All right, but we're in this world that we deal with temptations. You know what I'm saying? So basically, once you get into the kingdom, you're not going to have those temptations. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be ruling, so we're going to be the ones that's pushing the righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was saying, y'all niggas must think that these wicked ass niggas, what you think they're going to do when they get in the kingdom? They have no intent of doing right. When they're the problem of why we're being oppressed, what you think they're going to do when they get into the kingdom? Alright? A flaming faggot get into the kingdom. What you think he's going to do? He's going to still be a flaming faggot. That's why you have to destroy them. So it's a clean slate, and you're dealing with a bunch of people that's been trying to do right, you know, to their best abilities, and now they're surrounded. Now they're in a situation where they have the opportunity to do so to 100%. Then the Most High is going to give us a spirit to really not go off. You know what I'm saying? We're not whole, but we're going to be putting an opportunity to be whole. You know? We're going to be giving that out. We're going to be given the opportunity, and we're all going to be whole. You know, all the laws going to be in the inward parts. We're going to naturally know not to do this, naturally know not to do that. All right, and the situation, it ain't like we're going to be in on a city bus. You know what I'm saying? And we naturally know to keep the laws. And a woman was sitting somewhere where she had a menstrual, and we sit there by mistake. We're going to be in a situation where we don't have to be right next door to somebody and see their wife, you know, bathing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Get out 40 acres in the mule.
Yeah.
And some.
Yep.
Verse 20, Isaiah 65 and 20. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not they shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For hey, you want to know why this is so beautiful? Because what is this? What is this the opposite of? Those curses. Because it said in them curses, we would, you know what I'm saying, we would build and another person live there. We would plant and another person eat there, man. So you can't say it's not talking about Israel, man.
Yeah, and another thing to add on to that is the fact that who been building this, the way of righteousness through the Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the Israelites. All right? We the ones that's been building this the whole time. He the one that's been dealing with us the whole time. All right? I mean, we're the one that's been dealing with we the ones that are the chosen of the Most High. I ain't going to word that wrong. We're the chosen of the Most High. We've been putting in work the whole time. We've been building this house the whole time. Ain't no way no other nation is going to hop up in this, man. All right? Like you said, we builded the house with, what's the brother that's King David reincarnated that built the house of the Lord? You know what I'm saying? And now we're building the house of the Lord spiritually. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Marshall.
Huh?
Come on, Marshall.
No.
You talking about back in the day, Zerubbabel?
Zerubbabel. Yes. All right. Well, King Mashaz, he's spiritually building the house. Spiritually, start laying down the foundation. And through him, what happened when they was building the house? They used the prophets. All right. They used the prophets that will build the house. So right now, the prophets are building the house spiritually. So another ain't going to inhabit this, man. What they told him in Ezra's. We serve your God like he do. The heathens try to come up and say that. The other nation. It's like, get the fuck around there, man. And guess what they did? They started hating. They started trying to hinder the building. And this time the building is what? The gospel right now. Right? So when now that we're telling them like, oh, we worship God, like all these Edomites and all that come up and try to get down, and we start cursing them out. Then they start trying to hinder the gospel, man. They start trying to curse us and saying we're wicked. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 22 again. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands.
Yep. His elect shall long enjoy the work of his hands. Go ahead.
They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble.
Yep. We're not laboring in vain, man. All right. Lord willing, we are the elect, but this labor is not in vain. All right. When you work 20 years to get a BMW and America's destroyed, that's a vain work. All right. But we work 20 years to preach His gospel and to wake up Israel, and then America's destroyed. Guess what? That work has a purpose after that, man. It's still living. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them.
Yep. The elect has a genealogy. It's not only it's definitely spiritual amongst Israel, but the elect has a genealogy. Those are Israelites.
To the prophet, similar to the prophet.
That's right. According to the seed. Alright? We might not, most of the time, we will come out the same tribe. Sometimes we jump from tribe to tribe. John the Baptist. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And whilst they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, said the Lord.
Yep. That's it. Yep. That's it to that, man. That's a banger. That whole chapter's a banger. All right. We're going to go to Romans 11:1.
I was about to say Romans. Romans 11:1. I say then, at the Most High cast away His people, the Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham.
Yep. Then we read earlier in Matthew, it says he shall bring salvation to His people. You know, I went into the definition. I forgot. It's like altar. The Greek word is altar or something like that, and it's like the kinswoman in relation to of the same sect. All right, that's the definition of his, the word of his. That's the Greek word for his, altar. All right, of the same. Christ is of the tribe of Judah, so of the same sect. You talking about? Of course, it's Judites, but not only Judah, it's talking about the 12 tribes, according to the scriptures. All right, go ahead.
Of the tribe of Benjamin, the Most High has not cast away his people, which he foreknew.
Yeah, I see y'all looking at the signs. Y'all got any questions?
Yeah. Joe. By the way.
What's going on, Joe?
Joe.